Hello, America.
We're not starting.
Welcome to Jackass.
They call us the Ramblers. Yeah, the Ramblers. We ramble on and on and on and on and on.
That's good, Joe. Endorsed by Batman. I feel like it's good, Joe. So, welcome to Ramblers, where our guest is no one. Because we have no friends. No. This is actually very impromptu. We weren't planning on doing a Ramblers episode for this at all. Because we didn't have any expectations for this movie. We just went and saw it because it looked good. Which the movie was.
Awesome. I was laughing the entire time.
You're supposed to say the title because some people can't read it at the top.
It was The Nice Guys.
Yes. And it was probably the most surprising movie of the year. I would say Batman vs. Superman would be the most surprising movie of the year, but we all knew that would suck. So there were no surprises going into that theater. Right, Collin? Right. Okay, moving on. I know. No publicity is bad publicity. Nice Guys. Let's talk about our expectations before we went and saw the movie. I had none. I saw one trailer for it. I was like, hey, Russell Crowe, I like him. Ryan Gosling, he's okay. Looks kind of funny a little bit. Well, might as well see it.
The trailer's not that good.
No.
No, I love movies like that have bad trailers, and you go in not expecting anything,
Yeah.
and you come out with this. Like I heard really good things about it from my friends beforehand. So that's really all I heard. So.
Yeah. So we didn't really have any expectations, except that we thought it might be good.
Ryan Gosling killed it in this movie.
First, let's talk about the things we didn't like.
Okay.
If there are any. You starting with you?
Let's cut this right here. Talk a
What?
little bit. Let's cut this, because I'm talking right now. Because I'm trying to think of something I didn't like.
Okay. Do you have anything you didn't like at all? So we're keeping all this. It's fun being the editor of your own show, especially when you can pick on your friends.
One thing I would say, the only thing I could say is there were a few random jokes that just didn't hit for me. I mean, there's not very many of them, but a few I was just like, what the heck?
Like which ones?
I can't think of any right now, but I mean, there was enough great jokes in this movie to forget that, but I just remember the feeling in the theater of being like, what the heck? Did you feel that a few times? A few of the jokes?
Not really.
Oh.
I feel like there were enough jokes for everyone. I mean, like,
Right.
not everyone has to get every single joke.
Right.
I had two issues that are kind of one and the same, but they are very much nitpicks. I feel like the movie was a little long. Just a little bit. I mean, just because it's a comedy and, like, the movie didn't really drag. I'm not saying, like, certain parts should be omitted. There we go. Omitted. But
We're keeping that too.
yeah, of course. I don't know. It just seemed like a long movie for a comedy. But again, that's very much a nitpick.
Yeah.
Did you feel that at all?
I didn't really feel the length, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, I saw a movie before that, and I wasn't feeling bored.
You're a patient man.
Huh.
You're a patient man. I have work to do. Also, this kind of leads into the same thing. I feel like some shots were questionable. If that makes sense. Like, just some shots they did, as far as the cinematography, just felt like unnecessary. Like, it just kind of seemed like, well, why'd they do that shot? It was just me. I watch movies way more technically than you do, I feel. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned to the last few years, but
yeah.
I didn't catch that, I'll be honest.
Although, it seemed like what they were trying to do is make it much more a noir film than they were. Like, they'd have it where it was the scene behind the cars they were driving down, then it cut to them in the car. But this isn't really a noir film. I mean, it seemed like it kind of wanted to be. That doesn't detract from it at all. I'm not saying it does, the fact that it's not a noir film. It just wasn't one, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. But again, those are like the tiniest nitpicks possible. Other than that,
So we're
this
talking about
movie
things
was
we
great.
liked.
Yeah, let's talk about things we loved.
This is strictly. I mean, it's an action comedy, but it's a comedy. I was laughing
Don't do
so
any
hard.
spoilers.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
spoil. It was hilarious. Ryan Gosling was killing me. He basically plays
Yeah.
this klutz of a PI.
He's an
and-
alcoholic. Very much so,
Yeah.
to a ridiculous degree.
There's one joke that they keep doing. You know which one I'm talking about? I think 3 times they do this same big joke stunt. You know what I mean, right?
No. Which one? He does that a lot in the what?
No, like where he. It just gets funnier every
When
time.
was the third?
The
He fell
end.
off two
The end.
buildings.
No, he fell.
It's okay, I can cut this bit.
No, he fell off. He fell off and landed on the car at the end. He fell.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just remembered the.
The second one was the
pool.
pole.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one. What was the first one?
The first one was when he found the body of the.
Right. So yeah, he fell off 3 different things.
It was a very funny movie, and I normally hate modern comedies like Anchorman. I don't really like those movies. The Hangover movies, I don't especially love, but this movie was great.
And it's original. which
Yeah.
was- he thought there would be some kind of source material, some kind of TV show from the 70s or something, but
Not
nope.
at all. Yeah, I also normally don't like Ryan Gosling in movies. Just I haven't really seen a lot with him though,
Yeah, you haven't seen.
and I've probably seen like his not so good ones, but I've just never really loved
Which
him.
ones
but
have you seen?
The Notebook, Gangster
That's a pretty
Squad.
good movie.
What?
The Notebook?
It's not a no.
You never saw Crazy Stupid Love.
I didn't see
he was
Crazy
great.
Stupid.
in
Like
that movie.
I will admit I haven't seen like his what are considered his greatest.
Yeah,
I've-
I haven't seen Drive. I've heard that's great.
if you know what to expect. Like, as long as you're not expecting an action movie, because it's very much not. I've just never really been a fan of Ryan Gosling. Nothing against him, I just haven't watched anything with him in it that I loved. But now I'm very much a fan because he was utterly hilarious in this movie. I mean, he's very much the comic relief, and it works very well with Russell Crowe being Russell Crowe.
Yeah. Everyone else was funny in this movie, so he was more of the comedy
so,
relief
yeah.
than everyone else. Like Russell Crowe was hilarious too, but Ryan Gosling takes the cake.
So, I normally hate modern comedies, and yet I loved this movie, which just is a testament to how funny it was. It honestly seems to me, squeak, like this is like a spiritual successor to the Lethal Weapon movies. Now I know those are more serious and less funny, but I mean just buddy cop movies in general. But this is by far one of the funniest. They're not cops, so
No, they're not.
Technically, it can't be a buddy cop movie, but.
It's a good.
I don't know. In various scenes, I immediately thought of Lethal Weapon when I saw it. So if you like the Lethal Weapon movies, especially for their humor, you're really going to love this movie. And we keep on talking about the humor in the movie, but that's not to say the other part of it is bad. The plot is actually really good and serious when it needs to be.
Very mature.
Yeah, one of the things... Oh, God. There's a lot of boobs in this movie, so more incentive for some of you people. One thing I'm really glad they did, like in every single comedy movie that's ever existed, there's like one point where like everyone in the movie's like, oh, we have to get serious now because you actually need to care about these characters. Like in a romantic comedy, it's always they like break up for like 5 minutes, or they think the other one cheated on them, or they did cheat on them. There's always something like that, and that it's essential for storytelling. And that moment does exist in this movie, but it's so short because it knows you don't want to have to get stuck on that for 30 minutes of the movie.
Right.
So it's one scene, literally, it begins and ends in one scene, and I was like, thank God. My fan is dusty.
Ew.
I know! The
Clean
white
that,
really
man.
makes... I'm going to as soon as we finish here.
Can we finish now?
No!
Anyway, what I was gonna say was when I saw the trailer, I thought these two actors were an odd pairing. I really did.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they would work well together, but they have some really good chemistry.
Yeah, that was
Surprising chemistry.
There was tons of chemistry in this movie between little girl and Ryan Gosling and with Russell Crowe. All of it.
Really, everyone had really good
Yeah.
chemistry in it. I mean, I never felt like in some movies I can tell, that they're actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was actually invested, and it didn't take me out of the movie ever.
Yeah, this movie is very engrossing. You never get pulled out. And that's one of the reasons why it's so good. Like in so many comedies, you get pulled out because you'll be like, well, that was stupid. Or just something like that. Or you can tell that they're actors, or you can tell that they're joking. And it's not to say this movie isn't self-aware. It's a very self-aware movie. Like, it makes fun of itself sometimes, like when Ryan Gosling keeps surviving ridiculous situations. They, call it out on that. But it doesn't bring you out of the movie. It's very well done. It's not like Deadpool where it's fourth wall breaking. It's just self-aware. Any other specific things you loved? Because I have quite a few.
I mean, you can go. You can go ahead.
No, I've been talking. It's your turn, Sweetums.
Usually, there's a lot of annoying. Sometimes when there's a main cast member as a kid in a movie, they get really annoying.
Yeah.
The little girl in this movie who was Ryan Gosling's daughter was really well done.
Yeah.
Like I did not get annoyed with her at all. She was actually really convincing as an actress. Like she did a really good job.
Yeah. Normally, I normally hate the idea of kids in movies because a lot of kids really kind of ruin some movies that they're in. It's not really their fault in some cases because they're kids, but still it makes it a less good movie. But in this one, she was really good.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna cut this part and move it later when we're talking about the legs.
Cool.
Okay, so.
Anyway, no spoiling, but I love the opening to this movie. It's just like it was so weird.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know what was going on.
It set the tone.
Yeah, it really did. Gosh, I wish we did spoilers.
Yeah, it was so random. We only do spoilers for bad movies so people won't see
Yeah, and I figured it would go into the story, but I was just like, how is this going to have anything
seriously.
to do with this movie?
It was so weird. I did like her name though. You'll understand. Mainly because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. You got that right.
Mm-hmm. He's having more fun than I am.
Cool. Why? You need to drink more, man. What? I'm thirsty.
Okay, what else did you love?
Really don't have anything else?
I do, but I just went. It's your turn.
I just talked. Oh, fine. Okay, one thing I loved in this movie was the soundtrack. The soundtrack was utterly fantastic, and it uses all classic songs from when it happened. 1977 was the year, right?
78.
78, okay. It uses songs from that era, and they all fit in perfectly. I loved how they did it, and they actually showed Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, it wasn't really done, but any movie that shows Earth, Wind, and Fire and plays their music, I'm gonna love. And straight from the get-go, I forget what song it played, but it was playing great music from the get-go, and it just that wasn't the beginning.
I know.
But all of it, they were all iconic songs, so soundtrack was spot on. Yeah. And also, it doesn't get carried away with a villain. This movie, if it had had a big opposing villain, I feel like it would have felt more like Austin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Should have, because the villain would have had to be ridiculous. And what they did with the villains they had was very well done. They didn't overstay their welcome, but they were still evil. Yeah, the villains weren't over the top.
Mm-hmm.
They were very real. It was the chemistry between the two main characters that was funny, and the daughter. It was never campy, really.
No.
And I like campy movies, but this movie, the humor wasn't campy in a good way. Another thing I liked.
Huh?
Another thing I liked was the lack of camp. Because I have bad memories of camp. Not really. Camp's always been fun for me. I don't know about for you. We met at a camp. I said it all and was like, hey! And he was like, hey! Hey!
Here we are, 6 years later.
Yeah. 6. Wow.
Ish.
When did we meet?
I was in 8th grade.
So I was in 7th grade. Whoa! That's wow. Wow.
Wow, man.
Wow. Memories. Wow. Okay, other things you liked about the movie. Wow, we were rambling today. This is the worst case of ramblers we've had.
Mm-hmm. You want to go ahead and have a full-on conversation about anything else besides this movie? We'll definitely be rambling.
I feel like it's gonna happen. So just try and talk
Try
about
to
the
avoid
movie
that.
and it'll happen.
Really, all I have to say is Russell. I guess Russell Crowe. I mean, you were saying that you looked up and he lost how much weight, or he gained? Didn't he gain 50 pounds for this movie?
Something like that, and then like afterwards, it said like 2.5K. However much that is.
Kilograms?
Yeah, but how much is that?
I don't know.
We're dumb Americans. I wish we
I
could,
refuse.
I wish we could be British. It'd be lovely. Our measurements would actually make f***ing sense. Oops. I have to believe that.
Please.
I just wish, like, it's so much simpler. Like, it's just 1 to 10. Like, it's not like 12, 36. What is up with that? What's that wrote now? Alright, anyway, moving on.
Back to.
Cheers, Gardner.
Back to an American accent, please.
Do I have to?
Mm-hmm. And back.
Okay. I need more drink. I'm out of ice though. It's gonna be kind of lukewarm. If we ever are to get a sponsor, please be Arizona Tea. Or Peach Mellow Yellow. I will endorse the shit out of that.
Bleep.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. So, do you have anything else that you like really loved, like stood out to you that you loved?
I mean, just what we talked about before. It was original. I mean, hardly any movies nowadays are original. There's not very many good ones that come out in a year.
And any that do are based off of a book.
Yeah, this wasn't based off a book, TV show, another movie. It was just
a really good movie.
Yeah, I mean the plot wasn't insanely. You know what I mean. Like,
I will say this movie hasn't like done anything that we haven't seen in other movies.
Yeah,
there was nothing unique to it, but
it had a really great spin on it.
Yeah, like everything it did was fantastic.
You're entertained from start to finish.
Yes. So in that way, it's a very good movie. But because it didn't do anything original, there's no like 10 out of 10 for it. Because, I mean, as good of a movie is, at least personally, for me to give a movie a 10 out of 10, which I don't like doing ratings, period, but I do for this show. That's beside the point. If you're gonna give a movie a 10 out of 10, it needs to be like something really special, like 10 Cloverfield Lane. Anyway, for a movie to get a 10 out of 10, in my book at least, it has to like, do something really special. Like it boy.
Kidding, I love that movie. Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Very great movie. I would recommend this to anyone, definitely, except kids. Kids should not see this movie.
Nope.
A lot of boobs.
Nope.
And it's violent.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's more for nudity than violence. Yeah. The violence isn't that bad.
And there's some cursing, but
okay, there's a few key scenes that are pretty violent, but
not especially. Just say it. I'll cut it.
The pool scene where the guy fell off the.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh God. Oh,
pretty freaking violent.
Yeah.
Anyway, what would you give it as a rating?
You first.
No, I asked you.
You first.
No.
You first.
I'm kind of on the edge here. I don't.
What? On the edge.
It's between two ratings, and on one hand,
8 out of 9.
8 or 9. Yeah, that's what I would give it. But that's
honestly where I'm at.
It's only because it's not that original. I mean, it's an original movie, but the plot is
nothing
not that
in
original.
It
right. That's the only thing that's holding me back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8 just to be safe.
Because he did that, I'm gonna give it a 9. The reason why I'm gonna give it a 9 is because so rarely I've loved so rarely do I actually like modern comedies, and I loved this comedy. I was laughing the whole time, and like I'm buying this movie as soon as it gets out.
Oh, me too.
So I mean, because of that, because I can definitely recommend it to anyone except children. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Just because I gave it an 8 doesn't mean I don't. Just doesn't mean I hate it. I loved it.
You were on the fence.
Right. I mean, this could have easily. My opinion could completely change when I see it on Blu-ray again. I mean, it might change. It very well could change. So this is just my initial opinion.
Yep.
So haven't had a lot of time to. We just got out of the theater.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'm sure. Just because I thought more about the complaints I had.
Okay. So.
If it was like perfect, and then it still wasn't original, then I would give it a 9.
Right.
So there you go. 2 8 out of 10s. Nice guys. We're not gonna like put it there because everyone does that. We're original. By
Yes,
being
we are.
lazy.
We
By
are.
being lazy.
We're the original nice guys.
There's sawdust on this table. Oh, yeah, we are the original nice guys. Nice guys. Signing out with Batman and Spider-Man.
Is that supposed to be a batarang?
Yes. My powerful battering.
Mine's better.
Because you got Spider-Man. Spider-Man's way cooler than Batman.
Did you just say that on...
Spider-Man is cooler than Batman.
I agree, but...
I like
feel
Batman's
people aren't
storytelling better, but personally, I think Spider-Man's cooler.
I agree with that.
Spider-Man could get Batman's butt in a fight. Quote me on that. In a fair fight. If they have prior proper planning.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get that.
Okay. Now. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. If you want to say something, comment on it. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to this channel. Budson. That's me. I'm acting really arrogant right now, but I'm actually really grateful for anything like that. Which brings up a great celebratory moment. Our last video, The Ramblers Over Civil War, just hit 1,000 videos today, on the day that we're filming.
1,000 videos?
1,000 videos, yes. It hit 1,000 views. And it's very exciting. Like, I was watching the counter as it went up. Which one day it went up like 127 views in one day. Which was crazy,
Which,
too.
for YouTube, that's not amazing, but for us...
No, but like, imagine 1,000
Two
people in a
guys,
room.
that was our second Ramblers video.
Yeah, imagine 1,000 people in a room watching you right now.
That scares me. I'm getting... Is it weird that I'm getting stage fright? I feel like I'm...
I feel naked. No, but seriously, that is incredible. So thank you so much to anyone who watched that video. And if you shared it with anyone, thank you so much. And please feel free to share this video as well. So, just huge moment for me.
Please watch our videos.
Yes, please. Huge moment for me, and I'm very grateful to all you guys, so I just want to say that.
So am I, even though this isn't my channel.
Hey, you're just as much a part of these videos. It's just my camera, my channel, I do all the editing, I come up with the topics beforehand. You know, I do everything. You just sit there.
You sound like Tony Stark in Avengers. I pay for everything.
I do.
Make everyone look cool.
I do!
I just design everything, pay for everything.
Thank you,
look
buddy.
cooler. Yeah.
Second topic before we leave you today. We have actually talked a lot about this, and this is originally what the Ramblers was supposed to be, is doing a podcast on here where hopefully we'd have a guest. I mean, hopefully we'd have a guest for this episode, but that didn't happen. But hopefully we'd have a guest, and we just want to... We don't have a name for it yet. Something to do with Ramblers. Where we just talk about stuff. Normally movies, but if we get distracted on that, we don't care. On this one, we kind of try
We try to stay on topic.
Thank you. But in that, we're just gonna ramble. No cuts, no anything. It'll just completely unscripted, and eventually it'll probably get more like a radio show, not so much a podcast, because it's gonna be posted on videos. You're not gonna like have to buy it or anything anywhere else.
And we will keep doing Ramblers for these
definitely.
movies, like especially.
Ramblers is like meant for movies that you should go and see in theaters right now.
Or, well, not necessarily, or just movies that are really, really popular right now that we want to talk about.
But what we're hoping to do for the podcast, I'm just going to call it a podcast even though it really isn't that, is just like if we want to talk about themes in movies, different topics, different genres, what our favorite things are, directors, if we want to talk about movies that have yet to come out, if we want to talk about impressions that we have from the trailer, basically anything to do with movies, or if we decide to talk about video games, or if we decide to talk about spaghetti one day, we are free to do that. So, we just want to know if you guys want to see that. We're going to do it regardless, we just want to know if you guys want to see it. And also, if you have any ideas for the names for us, please comment it down below, because that would be cool.
Oh.
Yeah, we probably might not do it, but hey.
Oh, hey, first comment.
Yeah. This will be the start of something beautiful, and you will have been a part of it.
Don't you feel special?
Yeah, don't you? So again, thank you so much for doing all that. I feel like I'm such a cliche right now, but who cares? I'm very grateful to all of you for watching, and it means a lot for me. Also, to the people who have recently subscribed to my channel, I think it's been like 6 in the past 2 weeks. Thank you so much. And hi. Welcome to hell. I mean, happy place. Purgatory. Let's just purgatory. Welcome, seriously. Welcome to the family. We have fun here. Not Alcatraz. Now I want to watch The Rock. I want to watch The Rock. I'm sure. Let's watch The Rock. So, okay, bye guys. We're gonna watch The Rock. Hey, I stopped it at 7:57. Anyway, as of right now, I definitely am, because he is quiet. He is, that's our slave down in the dungeon. He is, I should not, dude, that is not okay, those 2 sentences together.
Oh, go on.
My mother is not locked, she's in the basement, but I don't think she's locked in there.
Please don't call the police.
This is getting cut. Oh, this is getting cut. Okay. Anyway, by the way, this is where I originally wanted to do Ramblers, was with this behind us. It's just never happened that way. Until now. And although there was supposed to be one other guy with us, who was supposed to be with us from the beginning, and he still is.
Didn't work out.
No. So what did you love about the
What did I
movie?
love?
Like, any specific? I'm sure you love the boobs. Because you're a single man. Ladies, he is. I know.
Even if you're not a single man, how do you not love boobs?
My girlfriend was with me, dude.
Okay.
He's single now. I'll put his phone number in the description.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
Let me cut that.
I'll put a fake number in the description.
God.